Lil Wayne passed on performing at the Cash Money vs. No Limit Verzuz, even though he was in Vegas.
Niggas talking about bounce that ass. This ain't a free show. We want that ass show. You weed don't want no drink, don't even think that you can. Come on. You ain't got enough to even touch me.
A special machine, overseas the fence, 700 people on scene. No, you can't believe that. I can't wait to see you haters face. When you see birds and I run it there, put a holy shit. Yeah, you look good, watch your back to this. So fine, motherfucker, put your back to this. Big daddy when you back to this. Girl, who's you playing with? Back that ass. Snoop Dogg and Boss of me. Don't shoot, nigga, just call me when you need me. Believe me, I never bite the hand to feed me. Just point them niggas out, now leave them all on the street bleeding. Hell yeah, they're my motherfucking homies. So when the shit get thick and foggy, and niggas wanna act like they wanna get with Snoop Doggy, let me let you niggas know what you going through and what you stand for.
What up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit notification bell. Keep sending those cash out to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen. So, there was a new Verzuz with No Limit versus Cash Money. It made a lot of headlines. A lot of things happened at that thing. Birdman was talking real spicy about Turk at the end. Master P and No Limit were unanimously, almost unanimously declared the winners by most metrics. A lot of people say Mia X and No Limit crew did their thing much better than Cash Money. A lot of people said that Juvenile was probably the best thing over there, and Snoop coming out was a big deal too to a lot of people. So it was a great event. Allegedly, I watched some, but I did not watch the whole thing. I am still low-key at odds with, and I know I am in the minority with this, I am at odds with Verzuz itself. I'm at odds with Swizz Beatz and Timbaland both. I still have an issue with them. I feel like they're playing games with the culture. They're trying to rebrand themselves by getting out of the way of this and bringing it back to two iconic labels and letting them go head to head. So what I saw them do was step out of the way. They weren't all in the video, all in the studio. So they moved back, let the culture enjoy this show, and I applaud them for that. But I still got a problem with them selling. They sold out when they sold Verzuz in the first place to a corporation, put it behind a paywall. I'm not going to forget that. I feel like it was to me, it was detrimental to what we do in this culture. You started it organically in the pandemic. You sold us a bill of goods that this was for the culture, for the older artists that were benefiting from this new resurgence, and then you sold it. And then you put it behind a paywall. It flopped and failed. You bought it back for pennies on the dollar, and here we are. Now, maybe they're going to do the right thing this time. I do not know. But I, for one, don't trust somebody who sold something took from the culture, sold it, and then they're going to come back. But that's neither here nor there. The Verzuz was triumphant. It did have a few hiccups, but one of the biggest things that people saw was that Lil Wayne did not show up to rock out with Birdman and company, even though he was allegedly in Vegas at the time of the show, right? Turk was I did a whole video on how the whole Cash Money reunion tour itself was a mess. They had a bunch of canceled shows. They had people showing up and the venues were canceled and closed. So it was different things going on. And then the thing with Turk was a whole mess. They was back and forth with that. Him and BG couldn't get along for whatever reason. It started off light, then it turned to F that guy, right? So now it's to the point where they can't even perform for the people, right? But at the end of the day, I'm gonna read this article because the biggest story outside of Mia X doing what Mia X does, salute to the queen, the biggest story that Lil Wayne wasn't there, it wouldn't even have been close in a lot of people's mind had Wayne come and do what Lil Wayne does, right? Let me read this article. This was on allhiphop.com. It's by Houston Williams. Lil Wayne misses out as Mia X shines in Cash Money vs. No Limit Vegas Verzuz. Lil Wayne skipped the Cash Money vs. No Limit Verzuz in Vegas despite being in the city, while Mia X and Tamar Braxton stole the night for very different reasons. Tamar was all in. She was on 100% ratchet. She was dialed into her hood side. I haven't seen her this ratchet in quite some time. She was all the way up.
Baby, I was trying to go crazy. I wanted to
No,
call
the
him.
nigga, Tony, the nigga was the #1 trending topic. I tried to tell him, I showed him. He don't know what that is. I'm like,
I don't know that.
bro, you the #1 trending topic in the world. Well, bitch, come on, Tony Braxton, bitch.
Look at her. She thinks she's
She
too
look
beautiful.
good, man.
Talk TV.
I love you a lot.
Y'all know. So to
Look.
give me that,
And then give you this.
you dig what
And
I'm
then all
saying?
that.
Hey,
Give me
TV,
some of that. Give me some of
yeah,
that.
TV, stop playing. You look too good. You gonna get somebody.
Her flame was on 10. She was cooking the skillet, gang. She was wiping sweat off Birdman's head. She was all in, gang. I ain't never seen her this ratchet, but I don't be watching a lot of Tamar Braxton anyway. But it was entertaining for a while, to say the least. Let me continue. Lil Wayne and Las Vegas should have been a perfect fit. The highly anticipated verses between Cash Money and No Limit went down Saturday night, bringing two of New Orleans' most iconic rap empires head to head. It looks like it was great, but the biggest headline was about who didn't show up. It would have been nice for this to be in New Orleans. I don't know why they couldn't get that done. It probably would have played even bigger. But like I said, these guys are corporate stooges, so they lashed it on to the Complex Con, did it in Vegas where the Complex thing was. There's a bigger bag to do it in a corporation and just let them take care of it. They had the clips come out right behind it, right? So it was like a whole thing where they didn't believe in the show. Let's just be honest enough. I think the show was an hour long, so they didn't believe that the show would pack out in Vegas, and why run the risk of not in Vegas, in New Orleans. Why run the risk of going to do a real show and making this in New Orleans, giving these people 2 hours or more? We're going to just latch it on the Comic-Con, which already going to be a ready-made audience. I'm not Comic-Con, Complex Con. It's going to be a ready-made audience already. We don't have to put no real thought into it. Let's just throw them on there, give them an hour, and keep it pushing. It's corporate shit, and I'm just telling you, I just feel like these guys are too corporate. They do a lot of things with corporate reasons in mind that don't benefit the culture. So that's why I wasn't in New Orleans. But let me continue. Wayne, the crown jewel of Cash Money, was in Vegas. Yep, physically there, but decided not to pull up. The internet detectives tried to find out why he skipped it. This is underscored by his loudness about not getting his proper shine during the Super Bowl festivities. Is this self-sabotage or Lil Wayne being Lil Wayne? I don't know. Either way, it was a missed opportunity to remind the world why he's one of rap's greatest live performers. I feel like Lil Wayne still got some animosity toward that whole crew. I'm just going to be honest. He ain't patched it up with Birdman like you think, just like he ain't patched it up with Drake like you think. All right? And in the article, it says, by the way, Lil Wayne is on the new Master P album, which is kind of a slap in the face. If I'm Birdman, yeah, you can do anything you want, but you're going to jump on really, if there's anybody, a rivalry as long as to Birdman, it is Master P. And them sharing that stage is gracious because these guys have had real beef for 20 years or so. So it's been a very long time coming for this guy to end up on a Master P album. Let's just be honest. But let me continue, gang. Meanwhile, the No Limit side came ready for war. Mia X, the first lady of the tank, lit up the stage like it was 1998 again. Shout out to her. After all that chatter about her missing Essence Fest, she made sure there were no excuses this time. She delivered pure energy, commanding the crowd with veteran confidence. If you didn't know, you were educated on why she's still one of the fiercest lyricists to ever hold a mic at No Limit. I saw her performance and she was turned up. And the crowd was with her. They liked what she was doing. So that's very important. If they like what you're doing your job. Some people don't know how to perform. She obviously does. Let me continue. And there's a twist. Turk somehow won too. His relationship with BG and the Cash Money camp has gone south. Social media still gave him his flowers. Fans said his absence was felt in a real way. Sometimes not showing up says more than just being there. But he had his own celebration with his wife, and it looks like they had a ball. Yeah, Turk, they still not clear about what it is, but it sounds like an undercurrent of old school jealousy and an issue with payment. When I did the video before, there was funny business with the pay. I think the ticket sales weren't there for that tour, so they started cutting artists' pay, saying we're not paying you what we told you. They had a 6-show payment that they were going to do because they booked more shows, and I told you some shows were randomly getting canceled, this, that, and the third. So that means the paycheck's not going to be the same. So they started to lower people's pay, and Turk was like, you're not going to lower my pay because you promised me XYZ. It ain't my fault. I'm showing up to venues. It's not my fault that you guys are canceling shows last minute. So Turk was speaking up for himself. allegedly, and this is where the problems began. And BG is a team player, allegedly, so BG didn't like him speaking out publicly about it. So Turk and his wife sat down and said, we got kicked off the tour for being a threat, but we weren't a threat to anybody. We hadn't even got there yet, and they called us a threat, right? So there's a whole thing with Turk that is being swept under the rug by just not answering it, not talking about it. Calling him names is down the third on stage, but they're not talking about why he wasn't really there. Let me continue. But the wildest, weirdest moment came courtesy of Tamar Braxton. The singer popped up to support her brother-in-law, Birdman, who's been married to her sister, Toni Braxton, for years. The thing is, Tamar was caught rubbing on Birdman's bald head or something. Rubbing on Birdman's bald head on stage, and the internet did not let that slide. Was this some kind of odd family love, or was it something fishy? Regardless, she had the crowd talking. By the way, she said it was no biggie, just taking her sister's place. Yeah, Toni wasn't there. Toni Braxton, they got a weird dynamic because I think Birdman was with her years and years, like double-digit years, something like 15 years on the low. Him and Toni Braxton been together. They got married, and with 2 weeks, she tried to annul the marriage and take half his money. That is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Somehow they patched it up, and now they still good and kicking it, and Tamar Braxton is here for it. And then there was the other thing. At the end of the night, Birdman closed things out with a speech that was equal parts tough love and stunner energy. He reportedly sent shots at Turk, but also threw a few words of admiration for his old buddy. You gotta love it. Word is Birdman skipped over Master P when it was time to shake everybody's hand. Shenanigans. And then he went on to praise NBA YoungBoy randomly, who gotta be, I don't know, damn near 30 years younger than him. He's saying that that's the next Cash Money. I don't know, man. There's a lot of shenanigans and hijinks at this thing. It sounds like just some like, you know, just N-word stuff going on. And Birdman still want to be the #1 head honcho of N-words. So he's still doing what N-words do, just throwing shade and just being oddly weird out of nowhere. Even his team is like, bro, stay focused. Like, you're doing too much. But at the end of the day, it was a lot going on at this thing. I'm going to finish it in my own time. When I get a chance to finish it, it ain't really on my top 10 level things to do. I know it was great for the culture. That's why I'm going to watch it, right? But it's, to me, it sounds too many variables going on. Well, if this one was there, if Mystical was there, if Wayne was there, if Turk was there, it sounds like a lot of people that should have been involved weren't there, right? Silk the Shocker was there all off beat like he normally is, but it sounded like a lot of things weren't in place, and they didn't work hard enough to rectify them things, right? If I'm Birdman, my son gotta be there. He gotta be there. You can't win this without him, right? And let Turk come on the stage, do his song, and let him leave. It's professionalism, gang. And that's what rap fails to do. Time and time again, we fail to be professional. That's it, man. That's all I got to say, man. Lil Wayne, I don't know how great Lil Wayne performances are these days, but it's damn sure would have been enough to push them over the edge, because No Limit has mostly Master P records. So they would have needed something else to beat a Lil Wayne. Let's just be honest. That's it, man. That's all I got, man. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show. Me, TJ, and Flares. We did discuss this on the last What Show. Tap in and check that What Show out. It was about Drake appealing the lawsuit, and it was about Cameron suing J. Cole, and we talked about Lil Wayne and the Cash Money versus. So it's like, it's right there, right behind this one. It might be down below. All right, tap in, man. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for 1 game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.